Question number 13. It is pretty much the same problem as question number 12. What is implied is that this cone angle is actually 90 degrees. The solution that's given is based on a cone angle of 90 degrees. And again, if it's cut straight through here, where the angle, that perpendicular line angle is parallel with the middle line here, it's going to give us a circle. So at 0 degrees and 180 degrees, we have a circle. And as we go from 0 degrees and we make that angle more towards 45 degrees, from 0 to 45 degrees, it's going to be cutting through the cone. So like at an angle of 30 degrees, it's going to cut through the bottom of the cone, and we're going to end up with an ellipse. So from 0 to 45 degrees, we're going to end up with an ellipse. And then from 45 degrees, and again 45 degrees, the angle with half of the cone angle matches the cut angle, we're going to end up with a parabola. So at 45 degrees, we're going to end up with a parabola. And as we go past 45 degrees, so from 45 degrees all the way to 90 degrees, it's going to be a hyperbola. And as we go past 90 degrees, it's going to still be a hyperbola all the way to 135 degrees, where we're on the other side when we're cutting through at that angle there. Okay, and from there we get back to our parabola. So our parabola is going to be at 135 degrees, and then as we keep cutting like this all the way to it'd be 180 degrees, where we get the circle again. Okay, so that's going to give us from 135 degrees all the way to 180 degrees, we have our ellipse. And then we keep going past 180 degrees, we're going to then end up with our, actually as we go past 180 degrees, we're still going to have our ellipse. So all the way to, it's going to end up being to 225 degrees, where we get our next parabola. So at 225 degrees, we're now cutting in this direction here, and that's going to give us our parabola. It would look more like that. It's going to be cutting through like that, which would be parallel to this edge length here, and that's going to give us our parabola. And then as we go past that 225 degrees, so 225 degrees to the next parabola section, which would be at 315 degrees, we're going to end up with our hyperbola. And then 315 degrees is going to be now cutting at this angle parallel to this edge. That gives us our parabola again. And then from that, from 315 back to 0, so 315 degrees back to 0, we're going to end up with our, or actually 315 to 360 degrees, we're going to be having our ellipse, because it's going to be cutting through the circle in that direction all the way till we get back to our 0 degrees or 360 degrees.